I'm from a rural town in Indiana, where my mother worked as a criminal defense paralegal. Since the town was so small and the drug and poverty rates were so high, her boss would frequently be court-appointed to really strange and vile cases, and she would be forced to defend some real scumbags. She did her best to hide the details from me and my sister, but obviously we picked up on the tension. On 2 occasions, however, we came really close to an emergency. Number 1, I was probably 11 to 12 years old, and she was working on a court-appointed murder trial. She was defending this accused murderer who had allegedly killed an older woman who was trying to return a faulty car to the used car lot that this man owned with his own father. I believe her body was found shoved in the trunk of the car lot. My mother was absolutely certain, however, that this man was innocent and that he was being framed by his father. As the depositions and hearings all progressed, it became very clear that my mom's boss, the lawyer, was absolutely going to go after the father of the accused. The father showed up outside their office, made vague threats to the lawyer, and then one night our home computer, this was in the very early 2000s, went nuts and crashed. Weird, but whatever. She comes home the next day visibly more stressed and tells us at dinner that her boss's home computer did the same thing last night. She seemed to think we were all hacked, but could be any sort of scam. Plus, I'm no tech genius, so I have zero idea how someone could hack into computers and crash them that easily, but it happened. After dinner, my dad, sister, and I went to the neighbor's house to play The Sims, and Dad was drinking with the parents while my mom painted my upstairs bedroom. Phone rings. Mom is hysterically screaming at the neighbor to bring my dad and come because he's here. He's trying to get into the sliding glass door. He sees me, hurry, between sobs. They run out of the door barefoot in the middle of the winter, and he's gone. Police come and find snowy shoe prints all around the house, looking in all the windows, and stood under the tree that looks directly into my room where she was painting. The cops stayed out front of our house for days until they could catch the man. The man went to jail for the murder. We stayed family friends with the son he tried to frame, but if my sister and I were home alone, we absolutely would have opened the door for him. We had no idea what he looked like, and we lived in a very friendly neighborhood where popping over unannounced was normal. Story 2. At this point, I'm 15 to 16 years old, and this time my mom and dad defended a drunk driver who killed a young woman 10 years prior. The man pled guilty, felt absolutely horrible, turned his life around, and even went traveling to different high schools, speaking about the dangers of driving drunk. He wrote books, attended AA meetings in prison, went to uni in prison. By all accounts, he had paid his debt to society and was to be released in a week or so. The father of the dead girl was understandably upset that the man was being released from jail and had known my mom for most of their lives. This dad was also notoriously unstable and loved himself some meth. So one night I'm home with my mom while my sister and dad are out of town. She had been quiet all night, and I was hungry, and it was too late, so I went downstairs to see about the dinner situation and found her sat silently staring at her phone with tears rolling down her eyes. She can be dramatic, so I was initially irritated thinking it was going to be some stupid drama, so I snarked, "What?" And she gasped out, "He's coming to take you away from me," and collapsed in tears. What? I fly down the rest of the stairs, snatched the phone, and read the message chain. He said that he knew she was alone in the house with her oldest son. He wanted her to know how it felt to lose her oldest child. He sent a picture of the handgun on the center console of his car and our address typed out below. The messages had been sent over the last 20 minutes, and this realization hit me in the stomach so hard I almost vomited. He was on his way to kill me. How far away could he be? Why is she just sitting there? I was livid with her and started screaming to call the police as I locked the doors and drew all the curtains on our huge picture windows as she just continued to sit there frozen, muttering. He wanted to kill me. He knows where we are. Like she was just totally disassociated or in shock, so I dragged her up to my room and we called the police. The police arrived and posted up at the entrance to our neighborhood. Not 5 minutes later, this motherfucker turns a corner into our neighborhood, and they caught him with a gun. They sent him to some mental facility and a rehab, and I've never heard anything about him again. I know she was frozen, but if I hadn't come down the stairs at that exact moment, I could have been dead, and I have honestly never fully trusted her or anyone to react to a crisis since then. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe for future content. Email your scary Halloween stories to thesinfulsavant@gmail.com. I will leave a link to my email in the description box below as well. Until we meet again, stay sinful.